that this morning. One of the things that you do in computer science or programming is you'll take a formula of some sort, physics, conversion, whatever you've got, a math formula of some sort, and convert it into whatever language you're working with. And so congratulations, you're working for the National Weather Service. They need to show Fahrenheit in Celsius and Kelvin. So we're going to write a program that converts those, and you could look this up, but I already stuck in the basic code. So this is not going to work, is it? In Java, we have to convert it. So how do we convert that to Java? Well, let's take a quick look. Let me pause for a second while I get a Java program, apply approach. So if I'm writing something where I need to convert a formula, I'm not going to look back and forth between this and whatever I'm doing. If I found it on a web page or wherever I find it, which is usually what I'm doing, I'm wanting to do barleycorns per day or something. So I look up on the website, oh, how do I convert barleycorns per day to inches per second? Isn't that a question you've always asked yourself? And I can tell who's paying attention because that actually was funny. So what I do is I just stick in these things and comment them out. Now I have it right here where I can see it very clearly. You know what it's being converted to and from, right? So this is not going to be pretty to start with, because I'm going to put in what kind of a variable name would I use for centigrade? Well, probably I'll just type in centigrade. Equals. It's going to give me red stuff, but then I'm thinking, okay, if I don't want red stuff, what is that indicating in Java? When it's red like this, it's saying, oh, I don't like you. Can I just type in a variable in Java?
It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Mhm.
How do I
It's
make it
incorrect
exist?
somehow.
After what?
It's incorrect somehow. We probably just gotta identify what kind of variable it is.
Define it.
It is incorrect somehow. And if you look at the little, you point at it, it says syntax error, insert semicolon, centigrade cannot be resolved. If something can't be resolved, that means it's either not in the standard library, it's not a variable, or something else is happening. So what do you have to do to use variables in Java?
We define them.
You define them. How do you define a double? How about you and Sonia? How do you define a double variable? You know?
I have no idea.
Oh, I just gave you the answer. Type in double,
Oh,
and then you type in the name of the variable. And that defines a memory space. There's nothing in it. It just has junk in it. Whatever's left over from the last program that used that little bit of memory space, but we have to define the data type when we define the variable before we can use it. Did I spell that wrong? Oh, I still am missing the semicolon.
Centigrade, what is centigrade?
It's supposed to be, you know, Celsius.
Celsius.
Celsius. I don't know
Yeah.
where I got that. Yeah, it should be Celsius. Sorry. Let's put the right one in here. Centigrade is another term for Celsius.
Oh,
I don't remember where it comes from, but Celsius is more commonly used. So now I've defined my Celsius. What else what do I need to do next here, Matt?
We gotta put the conversion in there, don't we?
Okay, now
Or what?
specifically, what's the exact next step to do when you're converting this into Java code? What would be a good next step?
Got me off guard.
I'm not supposed to. About you, Andy? What's my next step?
So you're gonna wanna do parentheses, then it isn't just the same as the commenting, basically? Parentheses, then Fahrenheit -32.
Do we have to declare?
Fahrenheit? Yes,
Probably
between the
do.
two of you, you got it.
mhm.
So I'm not gonna use an F, although we commonly use single letter variables in math like X and Y. In programming, we never use X and Y. Well, I never use X and Y. So I'm going to spell this out because we can. This helps make it self-documenting code. So when I look at this, I know I'm taking the Fahrenheit, whatever exists in this, and subtracting 32 from it. And the other part is what Matt said. We have, because we're dealing with Java, or we're dealing with something that's not a scripting language, we have to declare. Now we have two memory spaces to store double data types, double values. So far, so good?
Mhm.
All right. I would ask Mike, but he's already got this program finished, right? I knew I'll ask Mike. What's the next thing I would do? I've got this little part
Yeah.
done. What do I
Multiply,
do next?
you can multiply
By,
5/9.
so this one's
It should
not a
work.
lot different than the actual code, I mean, the actual formula. Right?
Mhm.
And the order of precedence in math is the same as the order of precedence in programming. It always does everything inside the parentheses first. Right? And then it'll do any multiplication and division, and multiplication and division are equal, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
So whichever one comes first, so it multiply first and then divide.
yeah, should be okay.
And one other way that I tend to do things is I will be specific,
Mhm.
saying that it's gonna subtract the 32, then it's gonna multiply by 5, then it's gonna divide by 9, even though it's implied by the order of operations. This is just another way to do it, so you know for sure that's the order things are happening, because you've had math before and you know if things are done in the wrong order, you don't get the right answer. So any of the math assignments that we see, you would use a similar method to go through and figure out the code that comes from it. You need variables for any of these guys, because in math, those are variables. It's just in programming, we tend to spell out our variables. Minus works fine, but we don't have a slash. That's a string in programming languages, so that's almost always gonna be multiply. And then I just added in the extra parentheses, so I was explicit. Explicit means that I'm saying, this is how I want it done. Implied means that it's going to work the same way, but you have to remember the order of precedence, so it's implying it. I like to be explicit whenever I can, meaning I like to have it right in front of your face. Why is it giving me static here? Oh, somehow I deleted my extra curly brace. Curly braces should be matching. So this curly brace, if you put your mouse on top of it, notice how it highlights the corresponding one. So this makes this a code block. If you right click on that one, this is also a code block. So there's always has to be an opening and closing curly brace to enclose the code. We also use indentation just to make things look nice. But indentation is not needed in Java and C++. Python does need indentation, so you know where the code blocks start and stop. And many other. Is this giving me trouble now? Oh, it's not initialized. Well, of course not. We haven't got any input yet.
Yeah,
If you don't want errors like that, you can just, initialize it to 0. That won't hurt anything. It just places 0 in that empty memory space rather than garbage values. Either way is fine, because we'll get input eventually. Right?
Mhm.
So. We will do this again and again. We'll take mathematical formulas and various things, and if you understand the math, the programming part's pretty easy. All right, moving along. If there were questions,